Hello, my homies. One smart cat doing some Horus Heresy Legions, and today I wanted to jump across from where I was last time. So the first set of this videos that I did was the Sons of Horus. I am gonna stick with the Traitor Legions, and I'm going to the Alpha Legion. The Alpha Legion is one of my favorite legions whenever it comes to the Horus Heresy. So I decided the way that I'm going to do these videos is I'm going to start it off with a little bit of lore about the particular legion that I'm going to work with. Now I have to say, like right off, you need like a fucking doctorate to understand all of the crap that goes on in Warhammer. Like and that's both. That's like Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Horus Heresy, which is what this is. You know, Warhammer, what used to be called Warhammer Fantasy, but it's now called Warhammer Sigmar, Age of Sigmar. Like, it's insane the amount of lore that is inside of this universe. Like, it's fucking madness. So this is the Alpha Legion. I do have it set to I can see all the cards. So these are the cards that I have. I have it set to see all the cards, so I can talk a bit about the Alpha Legion. So the Alpha Legion are like the CIA super secret, you know, behind the scenes legions. Like, whenever they do war, their war is, you know, setting up traps 10 steps ahead of whoever they're going against. You know, they'll send in an entire company of, you know, the military stratum to get completely annihilated, just so that an enemy's in, like, you know, a specific position that they want him in, so they can do a you know, ultimate attack or some shit. Like, they are ruthless, but incredibly cunning. Their Primarch is Alpharius. Now, the cool thing about Alpharius is, number one, I should also say, the entire Legion, they all call themselves Alpharius. Like, if you come across somebody in the Alpha Legion and you ask them, like, what their name is, if they're wearing the helmet and everything, they're just gonna be like, my name's Alpharius. Like, we are all Alpharius. Like, they're so fucking secretive. And also, let me put this as a tidbit. If you are like an actual Warhammer doctorate person, you know, don't come after me, because I'm just doing like the bare minimum skim of the kind of information that I'm providing to people. You know, this is just for people who know nothing about Warhammer. That's basically, I'm just giving them like the very top skim of it. I haven't even read all the fuck. There's like 60 goddamn Horus Heresy books. I think I'm on like 20. I'm doing my best to get through them, but fuck, there's a lot of them. So Alpharius is actually a very special Primarch, because they are the only Primarch that is a twin. There are actually two Primarchs that they both identify as Alpharius. This is the one that's actually Alpharius, but he has a secret twin named Omegon, and pretty much nobody outside of the Legion, out of the Alpha Legion, knows that there's actually twin Primarchs running this place, running this Legion. So it's so much stuff, y'all, but it's really, really cool. One of the reasons that these guys are my favorite is they are here in the Traitor faction, but the reason that they're in the Traitor faction, or one of the reasons, like, this is a whole big debate among Warhammer people, but as far as I understand it from their book, like their actual Alpha Legion book, there was a council of aliens This already sounds crazy. There's a council of aliens that make contact with the Alpha Legion, and they tell the Alpha Legion, look, there's gonna be a war. There's gonna be good guys who are protecting the Emperor, and there's gonna be bad guys who want to kill the Emperor. If the Emperor survives, then humanity is gonna be doomed for like the next billion fucking years. But if the Emperor dies and Horus wins, then you're only gonna be doomed for like, 10,000 years, and then eventually Horus is gonna get bored and he's gonna kill himself, and then the universe will be saved after X amount of crap. So it's like infinite amount of crap or X amount of crap. And Alpha Legion's like the Alpha Legions, they're actually good, but in order to stem a bit of the bullshit that's going to happen in the galaxy, they join the Traitor Legion. They join the Traitor Legion in order to kill the Emperor. So it's pretty crazy. So going back to the cards that I have, let's go to my current deck that we're going to be using. Bam. Okay. So I had said before that the different legions operate very differently, and that is that's like times 10 whenever it comes to these guys. So first and foremost, whenever it comes to my Warlord, all the Warlords in the Alpha Legion, they actually start off with a secret identity. So whenever you first play against the Alpha Legion, like if you come against any Warlord that's in the Alpha Legion, you don't know what Warlord they have, because they all have just like a base Alpharius model, because everybody's Alpharius. We're all Alpharius. And then you get a secret identity card, which it says right over there on the right, and you play your secret identity card, and then it turns you into your actual Warlord. Fucking crazy. I know. You'll understand. I'm gonna play a couple of games. So that's just starting off. So this Warlord has 2 attack, 35 health. He can spend 0 to siege, which means that basically loads up his ability, and then he can spend all their remaining energy to deal as much damage as he has built up. So whatever remaining energy there is, and he can do that to anybody. He can do that to the Primarch or any of the other people. Here is another thing that is pretty much only for the Alpha Legion. They have traps. So for 1 energy, I can put this trap in my opponent's deck. Whenever they draw this trap, 5 damage goes to the Warlord, and they get to draw a card. I took this from the Mechanicum just as a little early buffer. It's 1 energy, 1 attack, 3 defense. It's an early buffer. And the reason that I need early buffers, I'll tell you here in a second. False Flag is another trap. I put this in my opponent's deck. Whenever they draw it, it stuns all of their units, and they get to draw a card. This is another trap. 1 energy. I put it in my opponent's deck. Whenever they draw it, randomly one of their troops just fucking dies. And then they get to draw a card. Infiltration. This will create a copy in my hand for each trap that's in my opponent's deck. So if I get 2, 4 traps in my opponent's deck, and I play this, I get all those traps into my hand. Really, really good. So this is why I needed to go for a little bit of outside help for from the Mechanicum. Whenever I play this card for 1 energy, the rally ability is it actually goes to my opponent's side of the field, and it stuns itself. While it's on my opponent's side of the field, anytime that any of their people attack, this will do 2 damage to them. So like I'm literally putting a spy on their side of the field. The Alpha Legions is really cool. Like none of the other legions have this mechanic in this game. Like only the Alpha Legion is able to do this shit. This is another one. This one is a 1 energy, 1/3. And same thing, whenever I put it out, it actually goes to my opponent's side of the field. And whenever they draw a card, then this guy does 1 damage to the Warlord. Now, once it's on their side of the field, like it belongs to them, they can, you know, attack with it, do whatever. But it does stun for at least 1 round, so it will at least get to do 1 of its things that it's trying to do. This is, yeah, this all these other cards. Oh no, I do have something from the Military Stratum, but all these other cards are all Alpha cards, Alpha Legion cards. So this guy, this Deceived Cultist, 2 energy, he's a 1/2, very easy to kill. But if we can keep him alive, at the end of every turn, he does 1 damage to every single enemy. Awesome. 2 energy, 2/2. Whenever he comes out, I draw a card, my opponent draws a card, and as you can see from the other stuff before, my opponent drawing cards is actually good for me because it will either make him draw a trap, or you know, it does the other stuff where, you know, that one dude will shoot him and stuff like that. You know, whenever you draw a card to do 1 damage. This is another thing that's, I think, I mean, unless they did like updates I don't know about because it has been a little bit since I played the game. But this is another thing that I think is only for the Alpha Legion. So this is a secret order, and I can play this, and instead of putting this card in my opponent's deck, it actually basically gives one of their soldiers a secret order. So if I play this for 2 mana, I put it on one of their soldiers or one of their Astartes, and at the end of the turn, that unit will deal 3 damage to the Warlord and stun them. It only happens once. It's not like every single round, but yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I threw this in there from the Military Stardom. I just needed some more early defense. It's a 2 energy, it's a 3/3. And whenever it dies, my opponent gets to draw a card, which we don't have a problem with our opponent drawing cards because that's good for us. This is another order, a secret order. I put it on one of my opponent's units, and they deal 5 damage to the next troop that they play. So I put this on one of their people. They put out somebody else, and this will do 5 damage to whoever they put out. Veteran Squad, 3/3. Whenever this comes out, it stuns an enemy. Pretty straightforward. 3/4/3. This has backlash. Whenever it dies, I get a random secret. No, yeah, I do. I get one of the secret orders from my deck. This is a 3/3/3, and whenever an enemy attacks, then this guy does 2 damage to the enemy Warlord. Also, whenever he comes out, he gets stealth for the turn. So if he comes out and he gets stealth for the turn, and my opponent attacks me 3 times, then this guy's gonna do, what's that, 2, 4, 6 damage to the opponent, the enemy Warlord. Very nice. This is a 4/4/4 at the end of every turn or beginning of every turn. I can't remember with resolution. I think it's at the beginning of every turn. I get a random secret order. Sabotage, they're 4/3/3. Whenever this comes out, this gives 1 maintenance to an enemy troop or weapon. Maintenance means it's basically like taking away a mana gem or taking away an energy. So if something on their side has 1 maintenance, then they will have 1 less energy than they should. These guys are 5/5/5. Resolution, I get a copy of a trap that I've already played, so that I get more traps. This is a 5/5/6. Start of every turn, we both get to draw a card, which is good for me because I need card draw. Bad for them because them drawing their shit gives them more traps and more other stuff. This is a 5, and this is the equivalent to like a spell or something. So I could do 4 damage to something, and whatever I do 4 damage to, that target and the targets next to it are all stunned for a round. Covert Support, 6/6/5. whenever, as long as this thing's out on the field, anytime that my opponent puts a troop out, then it automatically gets stunned for a round. Last but not least, big ol' 8 drop, 888. Deal 1 damage to enemy warlord anytime I draw a card. So that was a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still fine-tuning how I'm going to do these videos. So in this instance, I feel like it's good for me to go through everything, just because, I mean, not that many people, maybe not that many people watching play this game. So we'll see. I'll fine-tune stuff if I need to. And that's pretty much it. So let's see how this goes. I am playing ranked. I used to play this game a lot, but now I literally just started whenever I started doing these videos, so I'm pretty low ranked, but who cares? Let's see what happens. Instantly finding matches. We got a whole bunch of traps in our starting hand, which is good, but I do want at least 1 regular unit, so we'll put this back. Okay, that's perfect.
We are Legion. Squads ready with me.
So let's see what our opponent does. So he just put out a mission. That means he's actively trying to do something, and if he's able to complete that mission, then he gets to put out Astartes. Or something happens if he gets it. Okay, so what does this guy do? This guy's Gauge. He spends 1 energy. He gives 1/1 to a friendly Astartes. If you don't control any, draw a card. All right, good to know. Let's see, and you can see right here, I'm Alpha Legionary. I'm not the guy that I actually picked. Let's throw this into his deck. Let's put this guy out. I have this that can do, makes one of my tactics less. Let's go ahead and use that now, just to make this 0 and throw that into his deck as well. And honestly, I kind of want my guy to be my dude. So I'm gonna prepare my siege, and that's a great first turn. So now that this guy is loaded with the siege, the next time that I do it, it'll spend all of the energy and it'll just do that much damage. Alright, so he used his ability to buff that dude, gave him a 1/1. Let's give him a secret order. So at the end of his next turn, he is going to shoot his warlord and he's gonna stun him. And you know what? Let's get those traps back as well. Those traps that we already put in his deck. Boom, got them back. And we'll swing, and we will swing. This is good. This is good. This is good. So I already got a bunch of traps in his deck. This guy is going to stun him afterwards. So he just did a thing. Ooh. Yeah, that's the secret order right there. So he just stunned him. So he just did a thing to choose a trap in the enemy hand. When it's put into play, jam it and deal 5 damage to it. So when I put this out, it's gonna die. So in that case, let's put out this. It's gonna jump over to his side. This is the one that whenever something attacks me, it's gonna do 2 damage to it. Let's put another trap. Put another trap. And let's just swing at this bug. Yeah, so the Alpha Legion in this game plays completely different than a lot of other legions, which is what's cool about this game, because the different legions play very, very, very differently. This is another trap. Let's throw it in his deck. And then let's use the last 4 energy to shoot this guy. So since I use my ability, I can't swing at him, but there you go. I am burning through my cards though, and when I put this thing down, it's gonna die. I wonder if he gets to do his rally before he dies. He has built-in card draw. Alright, his field is much better than my field. Let's see if the rally goes off before it dies. Okay, awesome. The rally did go off. And then let's put out this guy. And let's prepare our siege ability. So he's obviously going to attack with this first. It would be silly for him to attack with anything else. So hopefully he starts hitting my traps. Because if he doesn't, we might be in trouble. I mean, I can do 7. This guy can literally do 7 damage to somebody right now if I wanted to. So let's actually try to keep 4. No, 3. Let's just keep 3 left over. So what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's put out this. And there's no point in doing the secret order, because he's probably going to just swing at me with that. But I mean, just in case, let's go ahead and do it. And then we'll do 3 damage to this thing. That's why I love this sniper dude, just because the oh, he does it at the end of his turn. Okay, well I fucked up by what I did. Oh well, that's cool. I mean, that's good to know actually. Yeah, but this guy can just pick somebody and do X amount of damage to him. Like, it's fucking crazy. Alright, so this guy... Courage. Does something when played from hand if your opponent has more units. So that's what that guy's ability is. Let's go ahead and stun him. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that. And then when an enemy attacks, deal 2 damage to the Warlord. Let's put that out. Let's prep our siege. So next turn, we'll be able to kill this no matter what. Just with this dude's ability. This dude's ability is so good. I really need this guy to draw some of my traps, please. He hasn't drawn any of my traps. I put like 4 traps in there. Ow. Ooh, this guy. Oh no, I thought that was the guy that's stunned. We need to blow this guy up. Boop. And then that dude is gonna hurt. But we don't really have a choice right now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is that going to leave us with? 4? We got to take a swing at this dude. No, we'll swing at him because when he swings at us, that will kill him. 9, 10, 11. That's going to get us really, really low though. He has not drawn any of my traps. That's the... Oh, he healed him, you son of a bitch. Deal 2 damage to an enemy or heal. If he would have done damage to me, that would have been death. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, he could have ended the game right there. I really need this dude to draw one of my traps. What does that do? 4, 6. Alright, so I need to do a Hail Mary play right here. Put this out. And give him maintenance because I'm about to blow the... Oh no, I can't blow him up. Because I have to siege first. Fuck. Never mind. The game is over, I think. Let's go ahead and put this out. He did not draw one of my traps. Like, none of them. That is insane. Alright, let's jump into another one. Hopefully, we can get him to draw my traps. Fuck. Ooh, playing against some chaos. Let's go ahead and throw... We'll just throw that one back for right now.
We are Legion.
I am King Queen of Cygnus, enemy of all life.
So we're playing against one of the Chaos Legions, one of the demon factions. So what does this one do? Does something after attacking and killing an enemy. So after this thing kills something, it opens up a warp rift. It can also spend 1 energy to deal 1 damage. The thing that it just put out is a 1/4. It can spend an energy to gain a mutation. All right. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's throw a trap in there. Try to get our traps to work. Put this guy back out there. And I mean, honestly, with this sniper dude,
Exodus in position.
me turning into my sniper guy like early is the best thing, I think. All right, let's go. Like his ability is just so fucking good. All right, so he's trying to mutate this thing. If this thing gets 4 mutations, I think it turns into... No, it's already a demon. It's the chaos marks. If there's 4 chaos marks, then it I don't think my orders are gonna work against any of his people. Because it works on infantry, Astartes, and Custodes. Which makes sense. Because I mean, how am I gonna put like, you know, a secret order in a demon army? 3, 4, 5, 2. Alright, let's throw this in his deck. Put this out. Stun this guy. And swing on this guy. So this Chaos Warp thing reduces the cost of demons in your hand by 1. Ooh, that's horrifying. I need to blow that up right now. Okay, no, it blew itself up. What? Well, he just put a lot of shit on the field. When a friendly demon dies, put a copy of it in your hand. Put in play another Plague Toad. Oh, this guy is going to swamp the fuck out of me. Let's do... So the only thing I could put this on would be like this, this dude. Alright, we'll hurt that guy. And then... This guy is... He doesn't have anything else in his hand. So that's good. But this thing's going to be spawning this stuff. Ooh, we're in trouble. What What the hell does that do? When enemy dies, pick copy. That's the thing that I just killed. And that thing's just getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so Chaos is a pretty hard counter for this deck, apparently. Which sucks. Like, I can't use any of these orders. And this thing is just getting bigger and bigger. I don't think I've ever known. I don't think I ever knew that the Chaos armies were this big of a counter to the Alpha Legion decks. That's crazy. That's good to know. Because he is hurting me right now. I need this guy to draw my traps. That's what I need. I mean, this will help me get him to draw my traps if it could survive a fucking turn. Let's load our ability, put this out. Is he able to kill us yet? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, he's gonna be close to be able to kill us. What does this thing do? Reduce the cost of demons in your hand by 1, destroy this unit and refill 1. Alright, he's picking apart my tank. Nobody wants to draw any of my traps. I need you to draw my traps. What is this thing? This thing needs to die. I just gave it back to him. I will give this thing maintenance. Hopefully that will slow him down a little bit. Use the last 2 damage to finally kill this thing. Alright. This is making it so that, I mean, his demons probably cost like 0 now. Reduce the cost of his demons in your hands by 1. What is that? That's scary. When this trip mutates. Oh my god, he has so much stuff on the field. Just draw one of my traps, please. Why did everything just heal? Heals 2 to your units. That's insane. I mean, this was a hard counter, boys. This is a very hard counter. How many? No, he still has 21, but I put in more cards. Yeah, he would only have 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, so I only have 3 traps in there. And I have all these cards that I can't do anything with because I cannot put them on his demon people. Which, like I said, it makes sense as far as like lore goes. I can't exactly. This guy is like anything that dies. This guy is getting it. He's getting them back. Ow, don't hit me. Four. Like, I could literally do 9 damage to his person right now, like if I don't put anything down. Like, that might be how I have to win this game. How much damage can he do to me? 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he can do 7 damage to me. I could do 9 damage to him. Let's put out this. Put out this. And I mean, we can do this. Do 5 damage to the next troop. Stun your lord. Can we put all of these? Can we put all of these on him? And let's save that. We can do 10 damage to somebody. He has quite an army over there. We got one human operative. We got somebody behind the back lines. Draw one of my fucking traps. Jesus. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this back on him. Because I don't think... If I don't put anything out, then he can't make him kill himself. So let's just do 8 damage to this. Does he have enough to kill me? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He does have enough to kill me, but when you draw a card, I need him to draw one of my traps right now. None of my traps. He draw none of my traps. Yeah, he's gonna kill me. If this would have gotten to the end of the turn, then that would have killed him. That damage that I did to him would have been the end of it. Nobody drew any of my traps. Like both of those games, we're running pretty long, so that's probably where we're gonna end it right there. Both of those games, I could have been saved with my traps, and none of my traps got drawn. That's just extremely unlucky, like crazy unlucky. But hopefully you enjoyed the matches. I may have lost both of them, but that was the Alpha Legion. They're a lot of fun to use. And if you know anything about Warhammer and you want to pick what my next deck is going to be, put it in the comments. There's World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Death Guard, Iron Warriors, Night Lords, Thousand Suns, Ward Bears, Ruined Storm, Traitor Legions, Iron Hands, Salamanders, Raven Guard, Space Wolves, Legio, Custodes, Ultramarines, Blood Angels, White Scars, Dark Angels, Imperial Fists, Sisters of Silence, Agents of the Sigillite, and the Loyalist Legios. There's also Orphans of War, Defenders of Caliban, Night Houses, and even the neutral armies. I can make decks out of the neutral armies too. Imperial Army, the Mechanicum, and Chaos. Whew, a lot of shit. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you in another one of my videos, and wee